Hey everybody, it's Micah from Sapulpa Times,
And Lucy with the City of Sapulpa.
and I'm going to open the show with some breaking news from the late 80s, early 90s sensation Rick Astley has decided to open up his entire Pixar movie collection for public viewing. Did you hear about this?
No.
It's almost all of them, pretty much the entire collection. The only one that he says he is not going to show is one particular movie made by Pixar just a few years ago. He does say he's never going to give you up. But every other movie will be freely available for anyone who wants it.
Okay.
Thanks. Okay, welcome to the show, everybody. That was kind of an awkward start, but the sun is out. I'm
I
happy. I
know.
woke up. I was in a good mood this morning because the sun is peeking out, and yeah, it's a good way to start the morning, I think.
It's deceiving though.
Yeah,
Like you see the sun and you're like, spring. And you go outside, it's not.
yeah. No, you go outside, and I had to scrape frost off my windshield this morning. What about you?
I park in a garage.
Okay, so didn't have to worry about that. But
No.
we were already running behind, and then I get outside, and I'm all like, I gotta scrape my windshield.
You know what?
What?
If you'd clean that garage of yours out, you wouldn't have that issue.
Well, yeah, we're prepping to clean it out for a garage sale we're gonna be having, so
Yeah.
I can't do anything until we have that.
Okay.
So, but I've been talking about that for a while. So.
Yeah.
But we do have it on the books. It's happening.
Okay,
My
when's
wife
your
is
garage
making it. I believe it's this weekend,
Oh,
this Saturday.
okay.
I believe. I could be wrong about that. I have to check with my wife first. But anyway, so yeah, deceptive for sure. But at least it is sunny.
Yeah.
It's way better than last week that was mostly cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Yeah. And yes. It was so rainy.
It was so rainy and saturated and just you couldn't
Yeah.
walk anywhere without
No.
stepping in water.
You couldn't go anywhere. We had baseball practice on Saturday.
You did?
Well, we practiced inside.
Okay.
Yeah, so we went
Where?
at one of the schools. We
Okay.
have two teachers on our team,
Uh-huh.
and so they were able to get us into the gym.
Nice.
And we've got
Got the
t-ball
hookup.
kids, so we use softballs anyway, softer balls.
Okay.
And so we just played catch, and we used a couple wiffle balls and had them practice their swings and things. But
So, I mean, did it go good though?
yeah, it went really good. But what I was gonna say is the water was like running, and the parking lots were filling up. That you would have thought we practiced outside anyways, because by the time you get your kids out of the car and get their stuff and they dance around in the puddles until you can get in the building, then they're sopping wet. So
Yep.
it was
That is
fine.
the beauty of. Wait a minute. Is he T-ball?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that's the beauty of T-ball is the kids will find there could only be one puddle out there, and it's between second and third base, and every kid will splash through that puddle.
Right. That's
on
why
the
I'm
way.
like optimistic that we'll get to play tonight.
Mhm.
But with there being standing water, I'm like, we wear white pants.
Oh.
So I really, not to be a Debbie Downer, but I'm kind of hoping we don't have a game tonight.
Yeah. Do you have one tomorrow?
No. Just
What about
today.
Thursday?
No.
Not okay. So just the one game tonight.
Yeah.
Well, then I kind of hope you do. If you only have one game, I hope you get to have the game, so you're not just
I know.
completely busted for the whole week.
Hudson really wants to have the game too, but we'll see.
We will see. We're awaiting official word. I do know that the Sapulpa Youth Baseball Association was out there working on those fields yesterday, trying to get them ready. We're just gonna have to see, guys. I don't know what'll happen. We do have a game tonight, also. We've also got one tomorrow, and I think we also have one on Thursday. And so we're gonna be gamed out, but we're excited. We've got brand new jerseys and hats and stuff,
Nice.
and switched to black pants this season, and so. But the downside is like if we're out there in the mud and we're gonna have to wash those jerseys every day, then we gotta find time to do that.
Yeah.
So good luck, Luce.
Well, thankfully we only have one game, so if we do have to play in the mud, we have a week.
That's true. Yeah, at least you have that. Speaking of baseball, OMG, y'all. Okay, this is the coolest thing. I was telling Michael Rose, the athletic
Okay.
director, I was kicking myself for not being there. So I don't know if you saw this or not, but it was the soft opening of the new Chieftain Stadium baseball field out there, and consequently everybody got to come be a part of it. Like that, it was free admission.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, and so I should have gone. It was raining all day. I had other stuff I needed to do that evening. I really did consider going. This ultimately decided against it, and now I'm really regretting not going.
I know.
So for those of you who were not there and have not seen the video yet, it was I'm gonna get his name real quick because I want to honor him here. Junior Bryson Donnell. How do you know? Am I saying it right? I don't know. Anyway, this dude stepped up at the first at bat that Sapulpa had at this new stadium and cracked a home run on the first at bat. That was amazing. I said history was made here. I don't actually know if that's true. I have to assume that that's never happened before in Sapulpa history anyway. So,
I don't know.
great job, dude. And got some great video of it. It just looks amazing.
And the thing is, they're gonna talk about it forever.
They should. I think
I
he
know,
deserved
but
to.
I'm saying like he's a junior and he still has a senior year, and they're gonna talk about it forever. The first game, the first bat,
Home run.
home run
Yes.
by Bryson.
They will talk about
Yeah.
that. And they should. And even if he never hits another homer the whole rest of his baseball career or whatever, he'll be remembered for that.
Right.
And I mean it was made for the movies, guys. They got the great video, and somebody got a really great photo of him doing like a high five or something right at the end, and they changed the Chieftain Athletics profile photo to that picture.
Oh.
And maybe just a baseball photo, but it was fantastic.
That's
So
awesome.
it was just, man, I hope you were there. I really wish I had been there. If you weren't there, I'm sorry. It was
I
too
will
bad.
say, as a former ball player, one of the things that I noticed was that he didn't even realize it was a home run till like second base.
Oh, he didn't?
No, because he was just
He was
going,
just hustling.
and then once he got to second base,
Yeah,
and
he
his
put his arm
looked
down
up,
like this.
and his coach was like, and he's like,
Yeah,
It
yes.
was cool.
And it hit slow-mo mode and everything
Yeah.
from when he's rounding second. It was so good.
Yeah.
So good. And that stadium looks gorgeous, guys.
Yes.
If you haven't been out there, now they've got temporary bleachers, so it's kind of, that part doesn't fit. It doesn't look right, But, so that's why they're saying everybody bring their own chairs and
Yeah.
stuff. But I'm so glad they were able to get it open for Friday because, I mean, ultimately, guys, they could have had every excuse to just say, hey, we're going to wait another week.
Mm-hmm.
It's been raining all week. But no, they're like, no, we're here. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they wanted to test out the AstroTurf and see if it really does drain well. And apparently it does.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have any effect on people being able to hit home runs. So
Right.
that was awesome.
We went to the inspection I was about to say a couple weeks ago, but it really was not that long ago. It was probably the week before last. And so we got to go out there and see it all before they were like finalizing the lockers and things like that. And so one of the things that we talked about was the bleachers and how the new bleachers are actually back ordered and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And we were talking, and I was like, as a baseball mom, there's a lot of baseball moms, they just have their chair. Like, not a lot of people use those bleachers,
Right.
in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, when we sit out there, we're not in them. We bring
Right.
our own chairs.
Right. And so, because they were all like stressed out about it, and I was like, obviously mine's in T-ball, but like when my brothers played and stuff, we always had our own chairs. So I didn't think it was that big of a deal. So I'm glad that they did not let the
lack of bleachers
The
keep
lack of-
them from
yeah.
doing it. Yeah, no, I'm with you there. I'm glad they did it. Great way to start that stadium. It wasn't the start of the season. I think they'd already had another game, hadn't they?
yeah, like
Okay.
right before spring break.
Okay, so it wasn't quite the start of the season, but really, ultimately, I cannot ask for a better way to open up the stadium. So that was awesome. Okay, so keeping on with the weekend recap, we closed out Sapulpa Community Theater's very first show of the 2025 season. It was a fantastic show. I was hosting on Saturday. We had a sold out show in terms of ticket sales, but we did have several folks that couldn't make it in. And I think a lot of people were struck with sinusy stuff
Yes.
that was keeping people out. So we had
Yeah.
some folks not able to come because of that. So hope you were able to make it. If you were not able to make it, the next show is going to be coming up in June. We'll start promoting that as we get closer. I do want to tell you that the auditions for that show are going to be happening tonight, tomorrow, and Wednesday over at the Sapulpa Community Theater at 6:30 p.m. And so if you are interested in being an actor, or even if you want to be a volunteer behind the scenes, work the stage, help set up the set, work the lights or the audio, all of those positions are available. They'd be happy to talk to you about them. Just go down to the theater and check that out, or reach out to us through the Facebook page, call the theater, whatever you got to do. If you're interested, we want to hear from you. So it was a great show, though. I'm really sorry that you guys missed it. I'm excited about this next show. Do you know anything about the next show, though? Okay, because I'm going to tell you real quick. I'm
Okay.
gonna give you. It's called Mom's Gift.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Okay. Are you familiar with It's a Wonderful Life?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a lot like that in the sense that you got Clarence, the angel from It's a Wonderful Life, has to come down and earn his wings.
Yeah.
That's kind of what's happening here. You got Mom is a character who actually passed away like 11 months ago and then showed back up. And I think it's her deceased husband's birthday or something like that. And it has to do something to earn her wings, but we don't actually, I don't know if she doesn't know what it is or the audience doesn't know what it is or what, but like what the task is a mystery. And so the only person that can see her is like her estranged daughter that happened to be in town. It's a whole kind of comedic mess, obviously, dysfunctional family and all that. But sounds like it's going to be a great show. Obviously, the story that it's kind of loosely inspired by is a great one, I think. So anyway, tickets for that show are available now. If you want to buy them, you can go actually buy them now. But that show comes out in June, so be sure to go ahead and get your ticket eventually. Doesn't have to be right now, but you can get them eventually.
Yeah.
That would be good. So, okay. The next thing. Well, let's skip over. So, weekend recap. We were supposed to have this great event happen on Saturday. Got postponed. Why don't we talk about that?
Yeah, so we actually didn't even make the call until Saturday morning. I spent some time on the phone with Susan with
Yeah.
our parks
I
department.
think they wanted to just wait till the last possible second. and
Yes, we really
tried.
tried.
Yeah.
But then, we had a food truck that was coming out, and we didn't want them to like start food or like prep the food and then it go to waste, or like get out there and actually cook the food. And then nobody be there to buy it. And so we went up there and it was just muddy and yucky and it just was not going to work. So we actually have postponed the kite festival. I should have a date maybe around noon that we can put out for you.
Oh, great.
But we're still kind of talking about that and trying to figure that out. We got to make sure that all the people that are going to be there can still be there. Our vendors and things like that. So if you went to Hollier Park for the kite festival and we weren't there, I'm very sorry.
Do you think that happened? Do you think somebody made it out there? And
I don't know, because it's like a big deal and there's banners everywhere. And so if you saw a banner and you went, but you didn't see Facebook, I just would hate that.
Yeah.
Because it was done raining, but it was still so cold. The wind would have been nice, but it was cold and wet.
It would have been miserable. I'm glad they postponed it. Yeah, I'd rather do it on a day that we can enjoy it.
Yeah, it's just
for
so
sure.
much fun, and it's such a good event. We just didn't want it to go to waste. So.
Yeah. So kind of on the tail of that, kites and tails, got it. Okay, so we're getting into severe weather season, and I was just told about something that we need to kind of encourage people to do, especially if you own a storm shelter. Okay, so I don't think this is like legally required or anything, but it is a really good idea to register your storm shelter with the Creek County Management Authority, and the reason being for that is that they have a list. Then they know to look for you if, heaven forbid, a tornado were to sweep through and take out your house or something, and you've got all that rubble. Occasionally you do hear stories about that, about families kind of getting trapped in their own storm cellar after a tornado hits. So registering your storm shelter with the Creek County Management Authority will make that easier for the officials and the first responders to find you should that situation ever arise. It's really it's not that easy to do, guys. I'm going to be honest with you, okay? And I was complaining to Brooke about this earlier.
Okay.
So you have to go online to creekcountyonline.com.org, whatever the website is. And over in emergency management section, there is a form that you print off and fill out, and then you have to drop it off at the emergency management building, okay? Not that easy to do. I'm already talking to them about making that an online form that you can fill out. That would be a much better way to do it. They'll get a lot better participation if they do that. But if it is that important to you, and you should probably go ahead and take the effort, okay? Print it off, fill it out, and drop that form off with the Creek County Emergency Management located right there on You probably drop it off at the Collins building over on Lee, I would
Oh,
imagine.
probably. I
Because
don't know
I
for
think
sure.
technically they're around the corner, but
Oh, okay.
they're all connected. They have a meeting every week. So, anyway, if you have a storm shelter, you haven't done that, I would highly encourage you guys to go ahead and do that. And be looking for an update from us on that, because I am told that they're going to be updating that system and that process. And so, hopefully, it'll be even easier to do in the future. So, the other thing that I wanted to make sure you guys were aware of, there's one particular event that is happening tonight about 5:30 over at Ascension St. John. If you're interested in test driving the new robot that they have out there, the surgical robot, that is going to be a free event that's going to be happening. Just a chance to kind of bring the kids and see how this surgical robot works, and I mean the opportunity to kind of take it for a spin and pretend to be Doc Ock or something for Spider-Man. Not gonna lie, that sounds like a pretty great thing. So that'll be happening over at St. John's Sapulpa, the Ascension St. John building over on East Bryan Avenue. And again, it is from I think it's 5:30 to 6:30, 5 to 6, something like that. So you guys be sure to go check that out. They'd have light refreshments and stuff. You know, get yourself a snack or something and test drive that robot. So. That's it. Do you have anything else you want to add to the show?
Tonight, I believe it's at 6:30. I'll have to check that time and have Micah look for you. But the Sapulpa Athletics is going to be having a ribbon cutting and a opening ceremony for the new West Side Baseball Stadium.
Great. Okay.
So if you have the opportunity or you missed out on Friday and you would like to go check it out, you can head over there this evening. Like I said, I don't know exactly. I think it's 6:30, but I don't know for sure.
I think I saw them doing a group chat about it while we were talking. I'll just jump in there real quick and see 6:15.
There you go.
The first games. Okay. Tonight at the new field. The first game's out there tonight at 6:15. If you can come, that would be awesome.
Okay, so I would say ribbon cutting's probably at 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
And 610 South Cheyenne is the address to get to that facility. Highly recommend you guys come and check it out. Even if you don't have anybody that plays baseball, come and see what your tax dollars are doing here, because this is part of the Chieftain Stronger, right?
Yes.
Is this part of that GO bond?
Yes.
Okay. The Chieftain Stronger bond, and it's actually one of the first really big examples of that money being put to really good use there. So the beautiful facility really is top notch. State of the art. I cannot say that enough. I mean, it really is nice. Be sure to come and check it out, especially if you're a baseball fan. It'll just be a great time. So, and we'd love to have a good crowd for that ribbon cutting. That would be awesome. So, feel free to come out and participate in that. That'd be great. So, all right. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, guys, that's the show for today. Thanks for tuning in to the Timeloop Live. We will see you again on Wednesday, on Hump Day, where we talk about all things happening in the town that we love. Looks like we're going to have a beautiful week. It's going to be sunny and high of 70s. And Lucy is going to go
I'm going to go take
get
a nap.
Yeah. And then we'll see you guys again on Wednesday, all right? Have a great weekend, or a great Monday, everybody. We'll see you Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye-bye.